My twins were about 2.5. I took some time off of my job, and my plan was to take a year off, but I'm not really good at taking time off. And definitely with twins, I relied on help as much as I could. And I realized that all of these other moms that I were meeting really were struggling to find trusted childcare. And what I would hear from them over and over again was like, oh, we've met your nanny, she's fantastic, we would trust one of her friends. Or I'd go on these moms lists, and they're nationwide. I mean, there's thousands of these. And I found it absolutely fascinating that moms were willing to take advice for other moms on these listservs because it felt better than not having a recommendation. And I felt like there just had to be a better way to surface trusted sitters using people's social networks. So, where your kid goes to school, or if your friend or somebody from your job has used a sitter. And so that's kind of the basis for UrbanSitter, is to really connect you to sitters that your friends and family have used.
So how did you go about starting this app? Because obviously you'd worked in the .com world. You had experience in hotels, these different kinds of jobs, but this is like a technology platform. So how did you go from this genesis of an idea and thinking there's got to be a better way to this sort of venture-backed website and mobile app?
Well, I sort of had this idea for a few weeks, and I ran it by some sitters and parents, and they thought, oh, this is a great idea. And one of the people that I ran it by is an engineer, and he had just had a situation where his babysitter had canceled on his anniversary date night. So I think I happened to hit him at the right time, and he said, I can build this for you. And so between his development skills, and I brought in my co-founder who has a product background, and she'd been thinking about the same idea. So really the short answer is that I didn't actually build it myself. I found people who were good to build it. But we all agreed. I mean, I think the main thing going into it is we all agreed with this thesis that if we were going to win in this space, we had to deliver the most trusted childcare options for parents, and we were going to do this through social connections.
So you've raised well over $20 million, right, at this point?
Right.
The company's 7 years old. When you went to pitch for money, I know that there's this sort of, I hear it so many times from women founders, that you go into a room, often it's all men. Was there ever a moment when you walked into one of these rooms and these sort of men looked at you blankly like, why would this be needed? Or do you feel like people got it right away?
Yeah, I mean, there have been plenty of times where we've walked in and they either, it's people who haven't used the product, or their kids, a lot of times their kids are older and they're not looking for childcare. And every once in a while you have a meeting where you have a woman partner in the room who's used the product, or a woman associate who knows somebody who's used the product, and it really helps. I've really learned to go in with numbers first, because we are a product that most VCs probably can't relate to, and so I've learned that I just have to go in and sell that this is a massive opportunity that we're going after. We have big repeat use, this is how we're getting our customers, and rather than leading with kind of the product, the emotional piece where somebody else might connect to the product, in this case I have to lead with the numbers.